Good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Ravneet Kaur, working as Assistant Professor at GMN College, Ambala, Kent. Today, our topic of presentation is body language. What is body language? Business communication is composed of two types: verbal communication and non-verbal communication. Verbal communication is that communication which occurs with the usage of words, in which we use words to send the information from one destination to another. And non-verbal communication is that communication that involves body movement, or we use gestures, signs, and symbols to convey the meaning. So, body language is a type of non-verbal communication in which we use our body movements to convey the information from one person to another. Our values, our beliefs, our thoughts, and intentions are communicated verbally. So, in non-verbal communication, human body expresses our feelings and intentions through conscious as well as unconscious movements, through usage of postures accompanied by facial expressions, eye contacts, and touch. So, it is the separate language of the body within the ongoing communication which is called as body language. Next is types of body language. Body language is usually grouped along two lines. First is parts of the body and second is intent. First, we would be studying about the parts of the body. Parts of the body first includes the head. Head here means that how you are moving and placing your head, like you are moving the head from back to front, from left to right, side to side, and including the shaking of hair. Second is facial expressions. Facial expression here means combination of various elements like eyebrows. You are raising your eyebrows up, down, and you are frowning. Second is eyes. You are tilting your eyes in the left, right, up and down direction. You are blinking your eyes or your eyes are dilating. Then nose. You are having wrinkles at the top of the nose or you are flaring the nostrils. Then next is lips. Lips means when you are smiling with your lips, okay, your lips are opened or they are closed or they are tight. Then next is tongue. You are rolling your tongue in and out, up or down, or you are licking your lips. And last one is jaw. Jaw means it is whether it is open, it is closed, it is clenched, it is lower jaw, left or right. Next is body posture. So the way you place your body and arms, it means how your body and arms and legs are moving in relation to each other and in relation to other people. It is covered in body posture, which is also an important element of non-verbal communication. Second is body proximity. Proximity means how far or close you are to the other people. For example, you are using your shoulder movements up, down, hanging and hunched. Arm placement, your arms are up, down, crossed or straight. Your leg and feet placements, side by side, your hand and finger gestures, how you are moving your hands, how you are moving your fingers, and how your handling and placement of objects. Handling and placement of objects is an odd one out. Technically, it is not a body part, but objects do play a big role in reading your body language. For example, pens, papers, you are using them, but they do not form a part of body. They do not form a part of body language, but still they play a big role in reading your body language. Then second element is intent. Intent means your voluntary and intentional movements and involuntary movements. Voluntary movements here means like you are using gestures, and these are those gestures which you want really and you want intended to make, like shaking a hand, giving the finger, blinking with one eye. And second one is involuntary movements. Involuntary movements are those movements on which you have no control. It means you are using them, but you are basically yourself not aware about that you are using such kind of movement. While technically not a body movement, sweating also applies in the involuntary movement. Next, these are certain pictures in which we would be seeing few examples of gestures and what those gestures convey to us. These are the gestures, these are the symbols which we use in our day-to-day life. So first one here is ring or okay. So the ring or okay here means all correct. If you use this symbol, it signifies all correct. Next is thumbs up. It's an okay signal normally, but when you jerk it up sharply upward, it becomes an insult signal. Next is shoulder shrug. If anyone shrugs the shoulder, then it shows that the person does not know, or he or she does not understood what you are talking about. Next is handshakes. There are various kind of handshakes which are used today in the corporate world, in our day-to-day life, when we meet people, when we greet people. So first one is shaking hands. You are shaking the hands. This is a normal handshake. In the second picture, this is the glove handshake which we are using. You can look at the picture. And the third one is taking the control handshake like this. Next is rubbing hands. If you are rubbing your hands, normally we rub our hands if we are having some expectations. So when you rub your hands, it means you are having some positive expectations. Next is steepling hands. So the lady, what kind of hand gesture she is holding right now in the picture, it shows that it is a steepling hand posture. Next is clenched hands. High clenched hands indicate people who are difficult to decipher. So clenched hands, it includes two pictures. First you can see tightly gripped clenched hands, and second one is like this, opened clenched hands. So if you are using such kind of gesture with your hands, so it shows that it is a clenched hand. Next is attitude. Attitude can be closed as well as open. So left picture shows the closed attitude and the right picture shows this one, the open attitude. Next is thumbs display. You are using your thumbs. It also shows whether you are having a positive attitude or you are having a dominant or aggressive attitude. So the left picture shows the positive attitude and the right picture shows the dominant attitude. Next is collar pull. Collar pull indicates anger and frustration. Suppose you are going for any interview, or you are having any meeting with the boss, or you are having any presentation and you are feeling very frustrated, or you are having certain doubts in your mind and you are pulling your collar, so it indicates anger and frustration. Next is leg cross. You can see the leg cross positions here. So leg cross shows nervous, reserved or defensive attitude of the people. Next is four-leg lock position. This is the four-leg lock position. It shows the sign of tough-minded and stubborn individuals. Next is gripping hands. You can see in the left picture, the baby is giving the hand to his or her mother. So it indicates the symbol of confidence, because the kid is having full confidence in his or her mother. And the second picture shows the frustration. Why? Because you are holding certain object. You have holded the pencil in your hand. So if it is loosely held or it is firmly gripped, it shows the symbol of frustration. Next is catch a lie. You can suppose you are talking to some person and you want to know that whether that person is speaking truth or not, then you can use this technique, catch a lie. Suppose in first picture you are scratching your nose, or you are scratching your neck, or you are putting the hand on your eyes like this. So it indicates that you are thinking something very hard, or you are trying to hide something. Then next is arm gripping gesture. It shows that the user is cool and is there to make his superiority felt. Next is partial arm cross barrier gesture. If you use such kind of gesture like shown in the picture, then it shows that you are lacking in self-confidence. And this last one is ownership gesture. Suppose you are sitting in any cabin, in any office, and you are in a very relaxing mood, cheerful mood, and you are discussing any business discussion, any formal or informal discussion. So it reflects an easygoing, relaxed, and carefree attitude. So this was all the points, the tips which we covered in body language. So these tips, these gestures play a very, very important role in our day-to-day life, and these are also helpful to us in cracking the interviews. If we have to go for the interviews, we have to prepare for the interviews, so we need to be aware that what kind of body language, what kind of posture we need to carry. So such presentation on body language will also be helpful to you in studying your overall personality and building your